still putting Team China a little bit closer on the board, but Dragon was finished off by Peanut.
That's a big trade, giving away the second Infernal Dragon for what the top lane dive and the tower kill. But remember, Korea's actually have a lot of members in the bottom side of the map, so you're giving away the bottom lane tower as well. Here we go.
Peanut, he might not just be looking for the turret, he might be looking for a kill. The Abyssal Voyage gets Core JJ in there, but Ming with a disengaged cast knocks them away. But as you said, minions looking for that bottom tier 1.
And so at this point, you make the trade happen. The bottom lane tower and an Infernal Dragon. What's the top lane tower and a kill on towards the GP. GP is not going to be too perturbed by that. He's okay with that. So this is just a good trade from Korea as a whole.
And that's unlocking, though they are looking to take the top tier 2. Keen is back up. He's got no cannon barrage, but MLXG sets to finish it off. 2 turrets for 2, and Team China are keeping pace.
You can be creative with that now, looking for the next dragon. Baron is up in about 2 seconds, but we're seeing a collapse.
Yeah, Faker with blue buff uses the dissonance shockwave again. And onto MLXG. He's been caught by that spell so many times. Despite the flash, Faker gets the kill. And Peanut will force Let Me to flash away from the undertow.
Jungler is down now. Baron just came back up. Korea is in the area. Why not just start it? I know the base is being channeled, but it would make a lot of sense for them to try and bait it with the now death animation here from Lee Sin.
3 kills on Faker, 2-0 and 3 on Peanut. MLXG 1-3 and 2. He takes the confidence champion on the Lee Sin, but every single time his opponent hasn't been Peanut. It's largely been Faker in the mid lane, who is tracking his movement all across that mid lane, all across the jungle and the river. And keeping that Lee Sin locked down is preventing Team China from snowballing any of their lanes and setting themselves up. Now Team Korea, as you said, maneuvering around the Baron. They didn't take it after MLXG died, but they are setting up a bait around the pit.
And they have quite a few... Oh, wait a minute. I think he got it.
Oh, that time he gets away. But he does get the blue buff.
There we go. And now, of course, they can just actually turn their attention towards the top lane as Gnar is just alone.
He's got no flash. Abyssal Voyage is ready. He's trying to build up rage as quick as he can.
Run!
Chains of Corruption misses, but the flash, he gets caught by the undertow. Lemmy's getting close to Mega. He's got the slam, but dies before he can transform and will die. Now Shie pushing bottom, takes down the tier 1. Keen has got Cannon Barrage and the teleport, but it's 5 versus 4.
No teleport. The Galio, and also on top of that, Let Me with a pretty long death timer. Could have just gone towards the Baron, but they're not willing to do it. In fact, lose the mid lane turret as a result.
Uzi's still stepping up and finishes it off. Still, it's 4 turrets to 2. Team China are taking these reckless trades to get gold back onto the map, but Faker finishes it off. That was flash away from Keen, as you said. MLXG lands himself the Sonic Wave. Dragon's Rage only sends Keen back towards the tier 2.
A lot of plays to make Keen feel uncomfortable, but the team as a whole...
Body slam the cast, he's looking for Ruler, pinned against the wall, takes to the skies, but Core JJ sets it up. He's going the wrong direction, rooted in place, and Ruler goes down. Uzi and Ming find the opening, and they collapse on it. A double kill to Uzi.
Disconnected from their team, but now they can just chase them down. Peanut the alone.
This is very risky. Peanut forced to turn and run. He used his flash earlier, and Letme's able to get revenge, sidestepping around the vision. Megadar against the wall, shut down on Peanut.
Right next to the Baron buff, too. They've already started it.
Keen is teleporting in. Faker is behind them. Team China are in the pit. As you said, burning through its health. But Faker's ready with the shockwave. He found MLXG. He goes low, but that's the hero's entrance. MLXG flashes away. No one's defending Uzi. Keen is walking it up, but MLXG gets the kill. Faker, 1 versus 5, trying to hold his ground. He's got no mana. He's slowed, looking for another, but he finds the kill. Finally will die to Uzi as he finishes it off, and Team China turn to the Baron.
They have everybody they need. They don't have Letme, but he's did his job here. Baron buff for China.
"23 minutes into the game throughout this laning phase. Faker has been putting out a monstrous performance, but collecting themselves as a group, they're able to collapse and find Team Korea. Split up, they find the kills, and now they find control of the game.
I just don't know what Korea was doing in the top side. Keen is doing his job. He's getting just blitzed by everybody. Teleport was gone too, so it was just so much confidence from China's side that they can expect so many members and resources towards the bottom lane, and nothing was going to be happening towards the Baron. So ultimately, all China's on towards Baron. You can see what ends up happening here. Faker does a great job being able to nail down MLXG, but take a look at this. MLXG walks back up. The confidence to nail the kill when he doesn't have HP.
So very close. Faker finally gets the kill on to Letme in the end, but Uzi with the flash auto from Stormrazers locks it down. Now Baron for Team China. All of those turrets that they've been trading earlier are about to pay off as they're pushing up to the tier 2. Peanut low. He's rooted the Ragnarok, and he walks away with his life. But that's a primary initiator. That Olaf's gone. The wave clear is non-stop. Faker's trying to push it out, but he already used his shockwave. It's still on cooldown. And he is prepping a wave bottom.
The Baron buff cannon minion too. Ragnarok used by Olaf. Even if he joins up, won't have the ability to just get in there.
Faker's trying to hold aggro. He's got flash, but pinned against the wall. Shie finds no opportunity. Forced to use the stopwatch and stall this fight out. Uzi tries to keep him standing, but Shie late flash. He escapes, but dies at the last second. Faker lands. He got to attack onto Uzi, chases it down, looking for another. He knows there's no flash. He lands the damage, trades the kill, 1 for 1. That's a big damage source for another, but that's Baron now missing. Peanut gets back in as MLXG goes down. China overextend, and Faker makes them pay.
Uzi does his best to get Faker off of him, but Faker does his job. 4 members down. Here we go now. Gonna get more than this.
Ming drops the barrel roll to try and clear out the minions, but what was an advantage for Team China swings back to Team Korea. They break down the mid-tier 2, bringing it to 5 turrets to 4. And the Abyssal Voyage towards this third Dragon, this last Elemental Drake, sorry, second to last Elemental Drake for Team Korea as they get themselves an Ocean. 25 and a half minutes in, this game is back and forth and dead even.
At the very least, Let Me still has his Baron buff, and he's been the one split pushing. Later the Rune King right on him. You can hear the audience cheering it because this is a very close game.
Non-stop cheering for this gold medal match. Game point for Team China if they close it out here. And everyone is on the edge of their seat as to how this is going to shake out. Blue buff now being taken by Xie as once again Team China playing around the map, trying to deny the vision that Peanut needs to use if he wants to look for a flank to chase someone down.
And that's the case here. Even though the fight went in towards Korea's favor, Baron buff is still there from the Gnar. He's already hiding and now going back towards the bottom lane. Pressure is still there because Ming is holding the mid lane with Baron too, so it's not completely gone. It was a great defensive measure from Korea, but you have to try a second time.
They need to be able to break the inhibitor line of Team China to really lock down map control. As you said, you can see that 1-3-1 control from the Galio and Gnar, splitting open the map. Uzi at 6-2 and 1. He's at 3 items with a Vamp Scepter. Doesn't have his QSS yet, so there still is some opportunity for Ruler to lock him down. But he's been playing so well this entire series and constantly controlling these waves, constantly keeping Team Korea on the defensive. Has been the recipe for success for Team China in this best of 5.
And much like how that last fight ended, it really does feel like it's Uzi versus Faker. Faker's last couple team fights have just been insane. And even though the last Baron fight still ended with China taking the Baron, Faker still got a kill off of it. So he's 6-2 and 2 at this point. 3 items and a half if you just point out the fact that he has and the stop.
Oh, they find the cast. Ruler forced to flash away, and Core JJ with the save. Faker's over the wall with the tier 2 falls, lands the dissonance, but Xie continues to zone him off. Team China, they push the wave all the way up to the inhibitor turret, finding an opening without the Baron buff.
Too much range here with the Orianna. Good idea to lean towards the right, knowing that Orianna was onto your left. So, making a good case. That one. So real good from Core JJ to keep Ruler alive. Vulnerable throughout the series countless times, but the Tahm Kench has been netting so much for the team of Korea.
Huge value in keeping that Varus standing in these fights, knowing that if you do see the Faker versus Uzi trade, as you said, this matchup seems to be largely Faker versus Uzi based, but then you get to those secondary carries, you start to compare Xie versus Ruler, MLX versus Peanut, Let Me versus Keen, and it is so volatile in these fights, but we're still looking towards Uzi and Faker as the primary playmakers in this game. This match point. Now Baron's up in 90 seconds. Xie is prepping a wave up top, and we just saw a completed recall from Team China. They could look to start setting up vision and reclaiming control of the map.
And this is the second GP game we've seen so far, but it's also just a completely different build. The last one was, the Youmu's, a little bit more defensive because he got a Hex Drinker for his name. This one is just full offensive. He's got the GA and the Storm Razors. So the next barrel he throws out, it's just going to crit baby. So we're at a point right now where the GP can end the fight. Based off the setup they have around Baron.
And this time, amazingly, it's Let Me who wants to keep Keen split pushing, as he's got Blade of the Ruined King, Frozen Mallet, and Black Cleaver. Now that's the hero's entrance. We've got a fight breaking out. Let Me chases. He's close to Mega, looking for Keen, but he steps back through the wall. Side of it, Xie has found Core JJ. He's forcing Ruler back, and that's the Guardian Angel popped. As Uzi joins the fight, Keen is left all alone. He gets some good damage, but snared and stunned. He dies to Uzi.
Gets a little bit of HP back through Triumph, but Core JJ's on the run.
He split on the far side. Meanwhile, MLXG is doing everything he can. To keep Peanut split from the map while Ming prepares a wave in the mid lane. A taunt, and Core JJ will fall. Xie finds the kill. 11 kills to 12. But now that top lane matchup is reset. Waves are prepped both mid and bottom, and Baron is just now spawning.
The base coming through from China and the mid lane getting pushed does make a point that it's going to be about the Baron buff.
Teleport completed as Let Me's back out of the base. Uzi with double buff back at full health.
Predator.
With the Predator, but Faker gets himself stunned inside, steps the cast. But look at that, MLXG! He finds the kick and he finds Faker with Faker gone. It's all up to Peanut to prevent this Baron, but Team China are racing towards the pit.
You can only sidestep so much, Faker. It's a point and click that gets you. Now they're on Baron, and there's nothing here to stop Team China.
Team Korea back up to their base. 12 kills to 12. 31 minutes in. Match point. And Team China have the Baron.
Kills are even, but the situation is completely tilted towards China. And they have great split push with the Nara too, so he's going to say Jayo. He's going to move towards the bottom side of the map.
Oh yeah. And listen to the energy in this arena. It is electric. As Team China are looking to close this game out. Dragons up in 30 seconds. You can see they're making their way over to the pit to deny Team Korea from getting that fourth elemental dragon, or perhaps even just setting up their side waves to try and look for a 1-3-1, because now Team Korea are forced to be defensive. Now they're the team that are forced to sit on the high ground and absorb Team China's pressure.
And this is when you start taking stock of timers. Guardian Angel down from GP is something you should look towards, because it was easier diving him last time. It's going to be so much easier now if you just group on towards this massive wave piling in towards the bottom. Bottom lane.
Uzi brings the wave forward. MLXG zoning off, trying to keep this ward vision denied. Abyssal Voyage as Faker is forced to back away. Xie and Let Me pushing this wave in with everything they've got, but that leaves bottom undefended.
Yeah, 3 members top lane, and Galio can easily help out there. Here we go. That's an inhibitor down for free.
And they're still continuing to push. MLXG clears out a wave alongside Let Me to prep it forward. Ming is defending Uzi as he brings him towards the middle inhibitor turret, but Team Korea, they're trying to set up top. Ming steps up, still holding on to the cask.
Where they have to draw the line. The Baron up bottom lane. Massive minions are actually moving towards the bottom lane, so it's all going to happen mid.
Peanuts acting as a human wall to soak this damage onto the turret, but Uzi avoids it completely, walks under turret to push. In the Vamp Scepter, more than happy to pay off in that sustain, but now they still need to defend.
This is big. The bottom lane wave is actually fairly slow. It's slow pushing now, so they can actually time it well with this mid lane push. Someone's going to have to deal with
takes a hit as Uzi brings the wave forward. Caught by the Chains of Corruption, but a cleanse gets him out. That's a big ultimate now gone. Uzi still looking for some hits, but no chase from Team Korea. Uzi, he has no flash, he has no heal. That's the Predator. They're racing towards the top lane as Letme is running for his life, but instead Peanut just walks up to clear the wave. That's two big cooldowns now missing.
He so far is doing a good enough job holding the game firm, but it's always just that one play that you have to watch out for.
Slowly but surely, the mid-tier 1 is falling. Xie preps the wave. He gets good damage onto Faker, but with Baron buff on the super minions, MLXG bringing wave after wave. They're able to chunk it down, hit after hit. Uzi's at very low health right now, needs to heal up off of this wave if they want to continue to siege, because the Baron buff is going to fade off within the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, he has the life steal. He should be fine. My worry is towards Peanut to actually have to go back to base. He found a good window now, but he's back on the map. Next wave's about to pile in. This could be
Uzi kills Faker in the mid lane. They dive, and Team China are trying to end the series right here. That's a massive damage source missing. The inhibitor goes down. Baron is about to wear off, but they've still got super minions. 5 versus 4. Can Korea hold their ground?
This ain't gonna cut it. That was a massive pickoff towards Faker. This game's gonna end here.
Uzi still stepping up onto the Nexus turrets. The first one falls as the minion wave is cleared. He's not backing down. He wants the golden year as he's trying to step up to this final Nexus turret. The Baron wears off and they have to back away. This series is not over yet.
Surprising. Xie took a lot of damage on that run. So even though Uzi could have waited for the next wave, healed up, would have went for the decisive blow. They called it too risky. Too much poke coming through from the GP.
And you could just hear the sigh of relief from the audience. This game is so close to being over, but it's not done just yet.
I am super thankful the game didn't end there. I just wanted to see the replay of how that decisive pick was made.
Well, now you get your wish, Raz. As in the top side.
Follow
Faker's
Faker.
at half health. Ming over the wall.
Real. Ming getting the crucial pick with that cast toss.
And with Faker's wave clear gone, it's down to a single inhibitor turret and a single Nexus turret already chunked to below half health. 35 minutes into the game. Team China 6,000 gold ahead. But Team Korea more than capable of taking a team fight if they're able to find the right opportunity.
Getting into Gangplank territory, by the way, the moment it gets to 35 to 40 minutes into the game. You have to really check how much damage he does. I don't think Uzi knows how much damage. We haven't really found it. He's been hitting minions for a while. The next time he hits you is when you really realize that's just probably just going to mean one barrel. In an auto attack that gets you.
Faker's trying to play around vision here, gets himself a nice save forward over the wall, but Uzi steps up to clear this wave out as they're pushing onto the final inhibitor turret. No respite to Team Korea as China pushes in.
Got a Q on towards the Olaf. You have the ability to ward hop towards Faker. Faker has to watch out. You saw with the last play.
Super Minions are pushing in bottom. Let Me and MLXG bringing the way forward. Peanuts on the side. That's the Predator. Uzi steps up but dodges the undertow. Dodges the command attack, and MLXG! I cannot believe it. Core JJ is able to save Faker. He's still alive, but the inhibitor turret goes down. Super Minions mid. Super Minions bottom. It's going to be a 5 versus five. Stand at the Nexus.
One structure left, and it's down. Nexus is bare open.
MLXG once again lands the Sonic Wave. Faker, he's got double summoner spells. MLXG steps up, but no Dragon Rage. Shockwave is able to pull Uzi in. He takes to the skies. That's Cannon Barrage. Can he get out of this? She is working onto the Nexus. They just need to destroy that building, and they win, but Uzi! He gets the kill onto Peanut. That's the hero's entrance. He's not stopping. He wants it. Levy on the side finds entry, and Team Korea cannot find a way back into this. Uzi turns onto the Nexus, and the People's Republic of China takes a gold medal win.
3-1 in a decisive fashion around Uzi. Gold medalist.